Hey guys, welcome to Lisa Lives. I'm hoping to get this one, hieroglyphics, done. I apologise, this is going to be the final girls tag. I apologise if I can't read my writing, if this is rushed. I really wanted to get it done so I didn't overlook it because I'm just really busy at the moment. But Sean Urshin tagged me in the final girls tag, which I believe was created by the Late Late Horror Show. And I really wanted to get this one done because I am missing out a lot of tags with just stuff, life stuff, you know how it is. So I wanted to get this one done for you guys. There are 10 questions, of which I've written down here. Hopefully I can read my own writing and hopefully I make sense. So, oh, can I just say before I start this, I'm really rusty with the Halloween movies and the Friday the 13th movies because it's been a long time since I've watched them. I don't rewatch things a lot, I watch new stuff more, but I want to rewatch all of the Halloweens before, obviously, the 19th of October. So if anyone's doing Halloween reviews, I know Bronco Juggalo is doing them at the moment. I haven't watched them, I apologise, I'm not watching them until I've actually seen the movies again. So just wanted to get that out of there. I'm just not watching any of those two franchises, Friday the 13th or Halloween, so I can surprise myself all over again when I watch them. So, final girls tag. Number 1, your favourite final girl. This really tears me between Laurie Strode and Ellen Ripley. I'm going to have to go with Ripley. She's just badass. She's just tough. She's as tough as the boys. I like that about her. Number 2, I've already answered this. Most badass final girl. Most definitely Ripley from Alien. The Alien trilogy. Trilogy? Have you heard me? Franchise. Yeah, Ripley. Oh, let me show you this while I'm here. It's great. The Halloween stuff coming out in the shops means that I can like buy normal things. It's awesome. I got myself a little... There's a little man as well. Hang on, see if I can tip him up for you. Oh, can you see him? They're like Coco. They're like Dia de los Muertos, Little Men and Women, and they're up there. So yeah, I thought I'd let you see him. So I got those. I got some Halloween stuff. It's awesome. Us, still a sticker on there. Us freaky people can populate our homes. Oh, there we go. Most badass, Ellen Ripley. Number 3, best final girl scene. So me, the one that always stands out, the one I always remember, is the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Sally in the back of the van, manically laughing, going back and forward. So I love that. It's just a scene that really always stands out for me. Number 4, best kill by a final girl. This is actually going to be the same as Sean's, and I was like, no, when he mentioned it, because it's one of the few I remembered from the Halloween one. It has to be when Laurie Strode, first of all, drives into Michael in a big van. After she's driven into him, she like takes him off the side of like a mountain thing. When she gets to the bottom of that, the car's rolled over. He's fallen against a tree, I think, and then she lands the van on top of him and squishes him against the tree, and it's like, yes! And if that weren't bad enough, she got out and chopped his bloody head off. So yeah, that one. I think it was H2O, I believe. Where am I? Number 5, best era for final girls. I'm going to have to give that to the 80s. I sort of was a bit, maybe the 70s. But I think you're talking latter 70s, so definitely 80s. Because we were sort of like Friday the 13th and Halloween were at their peak, really, weren't they? So I'll go with the 80s. Best movie with a final girl, that's going to go to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. Just got a lot of love for that movie, as everyone knows. Number 7, who did you root for as a final girl but got axed? Guess who? Can you guess? That's going to be Sally. And I'm going to say Sally because I loved her, and then when the sequel came out, not only did we not have the satisfaction of seeing what happened to her, they had the cheek to put text up to say that she had died at a healthcare facility. Why? Why did they need to do it? Why was it of any relevance? If you're not going to bring her back in the story, don't mention it. Don't kill a character off that we loved. So yeah, that. Number 8, most tortured final girl. I feel like I maybe shouldn't have done this, and I should have just said, look, the answers to all these is Sally from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Well, it hasn't been all of them, but come on, really? Even Sean agrees with this. She watched her brother and her boyfriend murdered in the most hideous ways. She was quite naive to start with, and then she, like, the horror that is Leatherface and the chainsaw. Can you imagine a worse way to go than a chainsaw? And if that wasn't bad enough, then she had to sit around the dinner table with those freaks and have her head over a bucket and a hammer, and it's like, oh my god, I mean, really? And it just, she had to be the most tormented, tortured, mad final girl that ever was, to me, anyway. Number 8, is that right? Oh no, I've said that. Number 8 was most tortured final girl. Number 9, put yourself in the place of any final girl. What slasher would you like to take out? Right, number 9 and 10, which are the last two, are going to be from the same franchise. A lot of people aren't going to like this, but it's coming. I would most like to take the place of Sidney from Scream to take out Ghostface, because I think the franchise sucks. I hate it. I don't think it deserves to stand alongside the Halloweens and the Friday the 13th and the Texas Chainsaw Massacres, because it's teenager horror, it's high school horror, and I don't like it. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people do, I don't. The first one I can tolerate, mainly because the beginning was awesome. The Drew Barrymore thing was just so completely unexpected. The beginning of that movie was fantastic. Then it went downhill. Then the rest of them came out and that was even worse. So I want to be Sidney to take out Ghostface so I don't have to see any more bloody Ghostface movies. Number 10. What final girl should have never survived, can you guess, as you couldn't stand her in the role? That'll be Sidney from Scream. I don't think Neve Campbell can act. I didn't think Neve Campbell could act before Scream came out. Was she in Party of Five? Is that what it was called? No. It's like Sacher and Syrupy Sweet, and it doesn't work for me. Neve Campbell has been very vocal about how Scream pigeonholed her and she couldn't get work and she wished she'd never done the role, and she didn't want to be pigeonholed and she didn't want to do horror and she really regretted doing it. And I'm thinking, love, you weren't that good, so why they've pigeonholed you is beyond, you know, you can understand if it was Jamie Lee Curtis saying they've pigeonholed me, but she doesn't say it, and that woman's done a lot of movies, had a lot of work, and she's an excellent actress. She doesn't feel the need to piss all over Halloween, like Neve Campbell has pissed all over Scream. Fair enough, I don't like Scream either, but the answer to that question is Neve Campbell, because the woman doesn't sit right with me. I don't like her acting. And I just feel that she's been very ungrateful for the amount of success and fame that the role has brought to her, and she looks down her nose at the whole horror genre, and I don't think you should do that when it's brought you such success. So yeah, that's my answers to the final girl tag. I can see that unsubscribe button being pressed. I can already read those comments about how dare I say those things about Scream. But that's it. It's just my opinion, folks. You don't have to agree. So, I'm not going to tag people because Sean has a massive list of people that he tagged and I would just end up repeating. So what I will do is, there's a lot of people that I see doing these tags and I think, oh my goodness, I wish I'd have tagged them. I wish I'd remembered. It happens all the time. If I comment on your videos on a regular basis, if we're horror buddies, if you're watching this and you haven't been tagged and this is something that you want to do the tag and say that I tagged you, because I tag anyone that wants to do it that has not yet been tagged. So that leaves it open to absolutely anyone that fancies. So I hope you enjoyed my answers, or hope at least you've still kept your patience and your anger in check by my answers. That was my answers to the final girls tag by The Late Late Horror Show, and it's over and out from Lisa Lives.